Hello. Thank you so much for joining me on the mat today. I am really excited to share this practice and this information with you all today. My name is Melody. I am a yoga instructor in Texas, and today's video is especially made for nursing mamas like me. We are going to be focusing quite a bit on stretching out and relieving some tension and some stress in our upper backs, shoulders, and necks. So of course you do not have to be a nursing mama to get something out of this video. Just if you are someone who sits at a desk all day or tends to find that your posture is really rounded and forward, maybe you're driving in a car a lot, whatever it is that's giving you that upper back and shoulder pain, this video is definitely going to help. So for today, we are going to be using a yoga strap. I've got a nice easy canvas one right here. If you don't have a yoga strap, you can always grab a long scarf, a belt. You can even take a beach towel and roll it up lengthwise so it's nice and long, just so you've got something pretty long and grippable that you can hold on to. And to get us started, we are just going to take that yoga strap right in front of us. We're going to hold on to it with our knuckles and our thumbs curling to the back. And we want our hands just to rest right outside of our thighs when we're hip distance apart. Now, you may find that you want to double up the ends of your strap so you don't have loose edges hanging around, especially if yours has a metal hook on the end like mine does. We don't want to get smacked in the face with it. But to start, we've got those arms reaching straight down from our shoulders. We're going to pull our knuckles forward and up towards our ears. When you land right here, drop those shoulder blades down your back, and then imagine you were trying to pull your strap apart as hard as you could. Find that energy, that strength in your triceps. Find that length in your neck. Give it one more big pull, and then draw those knuckles back down to your thighs. Good. We're going to take that again, drawing those knuckles to the ceiling and shoulder blades down to your back pockets. This time you might see if you can get your elbows a little behind your ears. If you can't, that's okay. We're just thinking about lengthening through armpits. And then while we're here, zip up your belly button. And maybe start to lift your chin to the ceiling. Good. Come on back down to your thighs. We're going to take that one more time. Inhale, reach those knuckles high. Shoulder blades drop down. And again, see if you can come another centimeter more into that stretch behind us. 2 big breaths, nice and strong. And we're going to bring our elbows right back in line with our ears, stacking knuckles right over your shoulders. And on our inhale, we're going to zip up our belly, lift up our ribs, and tip to one side. So we're finding lots of length in that top armpit, top rib. Bring yourself back through to center. Inhale, lift your rib cage, and exhale, tip the opposite direction. Good. We're going to come back through the middle. We're going to take that one more time back the way we came. And if you want a little more, let this bottom elbow bend as you pull down with that bottom fist. And we'll come on back through the middle, and we'll head to our last side. Again, elbow can bend. We can draw in a little deeper. And we'll come on back to center. Release those arms forward. Good. Now we're going to take our hands a little wider than our shoulders, and you can go as wide as you feel comfortable. And once we get moving, you might find that you want to take it even further apart or even further in. But for now, I say Start as though you were a cheerleader, creating a low V. And this time we're going to use our inhale to bring those arms up and get as far back as we can. And come on back to the front. Good. Take it up and over. And back to the front. Now you might find that you are able to get those wrists all the way around and back. And if so, that's awesome. If you're not there and you want to try, take your wrists a little further apart. So the further apart our hands are on the strap, the more space we're going to create in those shoulders and the less intense this stretch and this action is going to be. The closer together our wrists are on the strap, the more intense that sensation is going to be. The more you're going to find that buckling in your elbows as we come back and forward. We're going to keep this going. We're going to give it 5 more rounds. So this is one of my very, very favorite things to do. Really helps that rotation in our shoulder girdle, helps release our fascia, give us lots of space in those joints. Give it 1 more. Perfect. Now we're going to keep our strap in one hand. I'm starting with my left hand. And we're going to take that left hand up and over, trying to touch our shirt tag behind us. From here, our opposite arm, it's my right arm, is going to come down and around and find that strap behind me. So my top knuckles are pressing into my neck and my bottom knuckles are facing the wall behind me. Now here, I can let this bottom hand creep crawl up that strap as much or as little as I need to. Good. We're going to take 2 big breaths right here. 1 more. And we're going to add another little side body stretch in right here. So we're going to move the opposite direction of our top elbow. So inhale is going to lift our ribs. Exhale, tip it over like you were trying to draw a line across the ceiling with your top elbow. If it feels good, you can turn your nose to your armpit or even up to that elbow. And we'll take it back to center. We're going to come into a forward fold here, but our goal is to keep our spine as straight and strong as we can. So take your feet about as wide as your mat or a little wider than hips. Soften your knees. Lift your belly button and we're going to hinge from our hip creases, aiming to create a straight tabletop line in our back. Now you might make it just a couple degrees. You might make it all the way to 90 degrees. You might be able to dive into that full fold. Whatever is appropriate in your body today, but if it starts to feel like too much, back out of it. We're going to take 3 more big breaths. And we're going to come on back up to standing strong in our feet and strong in our belly. We're going to keep our bottom hand where it is and release your top hand. Now your bottom hand holding onto that strap is going to circle around. What used to be your top hand, my left hand, is coming down and around to grab onto that strap. And it's going to creep and crawl its way up as much as feels good. And know that one side might be totally different than the other, and that is okay. We're going to breathe into that tricep, into that armpit, into our shoulder girdle. Find that nice, beautiful Gomukhasana stretch in our upper body. We're going to come back to that side body. So top elbow is going to arc up and over, drawing that line across the ceiling. And if we want, nose can turn to armpit and then to elbow. And we'll bring ourselves back to that center line. We're gonna come back into that fold. So feet nice and wide, knees nice and soft, belly button strong, hinge from your hip creases. Find whatever degree of fold is appropriate for you. And again, it might be different right and left, and that's okay. If you're in that full expansion all the way down to your fold, make sure head can shake yes and no, that we're not holding any tension in our jaw or in our neck. Give it 2 more big breaths. And we'll come on back up. Good. Again, let go of your top arm. Come on down. You can hold that strap however you like. And just give yourself a couple shoulder rolls. Up, back, and down. And reverse. Good. Now this strap is going to come behind us. We're going to hold on. Again, start right at your thighs, bringing knuckles straight down from your shoulders. And again, you might want to double up the ends, just so you're not getting smacked in the face with those edges. From here, we're going to take a forward fold. So just like we did with our arms bound, feet come as wide as the mat. Knees soften, belly button engages. Take an inhale to lift with your ribs. Exhale, hinge it forward. When you get to the bottom, let your arms start to continue with that fold, with your wrists pulling forward. Now this is another situation where the further apart your hands are on the strap, the less intense that fold will be. The closer together they are, the more intense. So if you need to come out of your fold and readjust your hands, feel free. Do whatever it is here that makes you find the most appropriate sensation. And we're going to give it 3 big breaths. And on your next inhale, rise back up, press into your feet. Good. We're going to see if we can inchworm our fingertips a little closer together on that strap behind us. And we are going to let our right ear drop to our right shoulder. You can stay just as you are. Option B is to straighten those knuckles down to the mat while our ear tips to the side. And option C is to see if we can bring our hands and find your hands clasping on your right hip, that same hip as shoulder. Breathe into that neck. Notice that big long stretch from the ball of your shoulder joint all the way up behind your ear. And take one more breath. And we'll come on back through the middle. Again, knuckles pull straight down. Left ear drops to left shoulder. You can stay just like this. Or if you want, hands come to that left hip behind you. This is another one of my very, very favorite neck stretches. It always feels good. And give it 3 more big breaths right here. And we'll bring ourselves back to center. We're going to release that strap to draw it right in front of us. And this time we're going to take it, fold it in half. And then fold it in half again. So the width of our strap is just about the width of our shoulders, or the length of it is just about the length of our shoulders now. And we're gonna press our palms forward, almost like you were the Karate Kid, like you're about to fight with your nunchucks. And from here, imagine you are pushing a wall away, and see if you can really create some space between your shoulder blades. And then draw them back. Try to squeeze shoulder blades together like you were gonna hold a pencil between them. Push forward and draw back. So creating lots of action with that scapula. And lots of strength in those rhomboids and trapezius muscles. Give it one more. Good, and we're gonna add on to this action. We're gonna inhale, arms to the ceiling. Draw shoulder blades together, bring elbows past your ears. And exhale, come forward, draw shoulder blades apart, push that wall away. Take that just a couple more times. Inhale, contract. Exhale, expand that back body. Give it two more. Last one. One more time, up to the top, just because it feels good. And then let it go. Good. We are going to lose that strap or belt and shake out your wrists and your fingertips. Give them all a wiggle and love that they need if you feel like you were clenching on kind of tight. And one last action, we are going to draw one arm across your body and hug that arm in nice and tight. If this feels really good, you can come to a full eagle by stacking your elbows and wrapping those forearms around each other. So you almost look like you're making an elephant nose. And then from here, elbows lift and shoulders drop. Give it two big breaths. And we're gonna unwind, stretch those arms high, and exhale, flutter your fingertips down, and take your opposite side. So either opposite arm draws long across you and you hug it in, or we find that full Garudasana arm, wrapping forearms around, bringing palms to meet, shoulder blades down your back, elbows parallel to the mat. Again, think about breathing into that upper back. Imagine that you are expanding those upper ribs and shoulder blades with every inhale and relaxing a little fuller with every exhale. Give it three more. Last one. And unwind, reach those fingertips high to the sky. And then let them flutter down like the rain outside my window. Good. Last round of those shoulder rolls. Beautiful. Now offer yourself a little pat on the back for making it to your mat today, for doing something for you, your body, your heart, and your mind, and hopefully finding a way to feel just a little bit better than you felt before we started our video. I cannot wait to hear what you think, so please, please, please comment or message. Let me know how you're feeling with all of those lovely shoulder and upper back openers using our yoga strap. Divine light in me loves and honors the divine light in you. Namaste.